Hi folks, it's Prince Donovan here. This is my friend. What's your at for everyone?
SandersAsides.com.
Lavender, and I'm so happy to be here with him because we're watching the new SandersAsides, and I saw that Roman and Virgil are in the thumbnail, so I decided that I need to record it. Hello, look at me fiddling and messing with things. And so, because they're in the thumbnail, I have my Roman and Virgil friendship bracelets that I got off of Etsy on there. Oh, their names are together. Look, isn't that fun? I didn't do that on purpose. So we're gonna watch it. I'm very excited. Already I see Roman has a red case for his Apple phone, which I love the attention to detail, Thomas. And so I'm ready to watch and probably have content for cosplaying. So, yay.
What? Have you heard? You screaming? Yeah. Spirit Halloween! The Halloween store! I'm familiar. They are now doing Spirit Christmas.
I love any episode that has to do with these two boys. They're so fun. They're so fun. What are your thoughts? I need your thoughts first because I am not a moderate party. My brain's going...
I mean, if it's only focusing on them, I'm really happy to see more of their, interactions with each other, because we are barely getting a lot of
any canon interactions right now. But you know what? We got them right now. And honestly, I was thinking about Spirit Halloween and Christmas earlier. And it's a little funny because they have the Nightmare Before Christmas video that they did with Virgil forever ago. Oh, that's some years now, when Virgil was like, I'm gonna scare you all.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, right. Embarrassing phases.
That's the one.
And so now we're getting that, like a mini version of that, because you get embarrassing phases, which is Halloween during Christmas, because they released it on Christmas. And now you're getting the inverse. Also, I saw in the thumbnail that Roman is just as Jack and Virgil is just as Sally, which I know the fans have been doing in art for a really long time. And so I'm going to be very excited if it's canon, because I know that the fans love to put Roman and Virgil, usually, if no other sides are in matching costumes, they love to do a Roman and Virgil in matching. Like a couple of years ago, I know on Thomas's banner, somebody did fan art and it was Roman and Virgil as Alphaba and Glinda, and everybody else had like costumes too, but they had the matching ones, and I was like, oh! So if they canonically now do a matching costume, I hope Thomas doesn't see this, but also... I'm a shameless shipper, and I'm sure he must know, at least somewhere.
What a riveting revelation! They're moving in on the Christmas business. That's odd. It does feel weird, right? That's like the plot of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Fun fact, as your resident Disney gay, that's also how Tim Burton got the idea for Nightmare Before Christmas, is he was actually going into a store and the Halloween and Christmas decorations were like kind of together, and so then he came up with the idea of the story of Nightmare Before Christmas by walking down an aisle and seeing that very thing. So the plot of Nightmare Before Christmas happening is actually quite funny here, because that is actually what happened. Also, if you really like Nightmare Before Christmas, specifically, not the book, but the animation, make sure to go credit the people who actually did it, because Tim Burton didn't actually do any of those things, and the people who worked on it aren't racist.
Great Loki's looking glass. It is.
Loki.
Making that face. Like someone at the store discovered Christmas exists.
I'm so sorry. I promise I won't break down every little thing that they say to each other, but the fact that Virgil's like, you're making that face, he knows the faces that Roman makes. And not to be a Prince-iety shipper, because ew, gross, who does that? You know... This is literally the Roman and Virgil dynamic in this video right now, where I'm just getting very excited about everything. And Lavender Skies is just like, Yeah, okay. Okay, buddy. Okay. It's the canon platonic dynamic. But I want these two to not be platonic. Totally not platonic. Again, Thomas, if you're seeing this, hi, buddy. But going into the fact that in Flirting with Social Anxiety, Thomas has mentioned in like some live streams and things that the reason that Roman and Thomas don't react to Virgil's purple eyeshadow is because they've seen it before.
I don't remember.
He said that in some live streams. Oh, so you should know this too.
This is the first time me hearing this.
Basically, like a lot of fans were like, oh, why doesn't he react? And he said in a couple of different live streams on YouTube and such when that episode came out is because like when Virgil has the purple eyeshadow, it's like butterflies in the stomach. And that Roman's probably seen it before because like he might have that sort of look in eyeshadow from like performing on stage or things like that. Okay. And so then I'm like, that's interesting because it would be a unique thing to Roman seeing because he probably wouldn't see that necessarily with Patton or Logan and such. Like they've probably been around and seen it, but that's a unique thing that they would share. And it's also interesting then that Roman's never brought it up. Especially now that they're like good friends. Yeah. Or at least Roman's a good friend and Virgil's still kind of a hater. I love him. But he's so mean and Roman's so excited to share things with him and he's just like, oh, here you go again.
It's just his version of teasing and I think I vibe with it.
I just need somebody to just be nice to Roman. Because I don't think he can differentiate. Because he is me. I know Roman's not canonically a Leo, but he's a Leo. Like me. And we don't know how to sort that out. Because when we're sad, we just hear the, oh, you suck. Even if that's not what the person means. That's just what you hear when you've got those Leo vibes. I'm so energetic.
We could do this. You're fantasizing a scenario, aren't you? The musical whimsy that probably happened in that store. You're imagining a musical sequence and casting all of us as characters.
I love him. And I hope that's what the rest of this video is. I so hope that it is a musical number. I so hope he casts everyone in Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay. I realized something.
What?
I didn't think I would have such... I'm having a Prince-anxiety meltdown.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
having a Prince-anxiety meltdown. So, assuming... I'm gonna cry. I always cry when I get excited for SandersAsides. Assuming... You know, what happens when you assume? You make an as out of Sue and me.
You're the one that started this.
I know. But assuming that the thumbnail is correct and Roman is casting everyone in Nightmare Before Christmas, he casts himself as Jack, meaning he also consciously makes the choice to cast Virgil as his love interest. He could have not done that. He could have cast Patton if he wanted to, but he didn't. Mind you, Sally's Lament is on Virgil's playlist for any of you who have ever seen the SandersAsides playlists. I remember at one point I was going to break them down entirely based upon their character arcs, and I still should do that. We should do that together. That should be a video. That'd be so fun. Okay. But Sally's Lament is on Virgil's playlist. And I think that's interesting. And I think it's very interesting if that expands into this video, specifically because Sally's Lament is interesting in the fact that it's a little mournful, sure, and a little bit like Virgil is. But it's also unquestionably a romantic song. It's about longing and desiring someone, and really mostly about oh, he's off doing this thing and he might cause the end of the world, but I love him and he'll never see me. And wouldn't it be nice if he saw me? Roman, this is giving when you said, and anxiety is the fairest of them all, and went, haha, it's a pale joke. No, it's not, Roman. You like Disney. You love Snow White. You know it's not a pale joke. You know you're talking about pretty people. Sus.
Here it comes. I can see it now. I get to see it too.
I'm sorry. Ew, why's Janice first? I want to see if I can guess by silhouette who's who.
Yeah, I'm about to see it too.
I'm about to see it too. Oh, well, I guess they are in one brain. But I like the idea that for the fanfics out there, that Roman can share his daydreams with other sides. I love that idea. I love the idea. We can talk about this another time about all of my little fanon thingies, if you all want that. But
You guys probably do.
the fanders don't like me like that. But okay, we got Spirit. Okay, so that's obviously Janice. I'm gonna guess that that's Logan. I'm gonna guess maybe that's Logan. We've got the glasses frames right there. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna guess Logan would have the spiky hair, but it could be Patton. But my guess is it's Logan, maybe. Maybe it is Patton, because I don't think Logan would be as whimsical with his hand movement. But I don't know. Thomas did say he had issues with the green screen. I could really see it here with the floating hairpiece. Okay, that's Remus. Based upon the frills. Also, a little interesting that if that is Patton, he's doing a very Remus move with his hands.
He's trying to be creepy and he can only think of Remus as creepy, so...
This is why I have him here.
I am the Logan of the friendship, so...
Oh, yeah, that's probably Logan.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh, no, that's Logan. Okay, so then the other one was Virgil. And that's Roman, clearly, because he's doing the Roman hand gesture. Which is more this, but I always do it like this. Which, fun... Do you know why I do it like, huzzah? Instead of the more canon this.
No clue.
It's because of Once Upon a Time, and it's because of Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh.
So Rumpelstiltskin, when he does it, he does, huh. And I like the theatricality of it. So I do more of a flourish because I feel like when I'm extra, like this to me is it is extra, but it's like professional headshot extra. And I am like, well, if I'm gonna be whimsical, and so then I added the flourish that Rumpelstiltskin does.
I think anytime that I cosplay Roman, I do it like this, but that's just out of habit that I just like I don't.
It feels a little bit more extra when you have the flourish of the hands.
Yeah. Not
to say that I don't think Thomas is doing it correctly, because I do. I love Timothy Sanders, and I love how he plays
Thomas, you're doing Roman wrong.
As the resident Roman Sanders Kenny, I would like to say, no, I promise, no. There are fans who do that, and no.
These are your characters, Thomas. You do them however.
He would not see to this point, but...
This is Thomas's characters. He knows what he's doing.
I need you all to know, because the internet is not very good at media literacy. This is what you call a joke or a funny haha. I don't think anybody can do Thomas's characters better than he can.
Yeah.
But if you ever wondered why I do the this is because of Once Upon a Time.
See,
and because I took inspiration from Once Upon a Time into my version of Roman to make him even more extra. It's also why, actually, the reason that he has an accent, my Roman has an accent, is because of, like, Thomas does an extra thing with his voice where it is extra, but you can only do it if you can sound like Thomas. So just putting this onto your voice doesn't make you sound like Roman. So then I added a British twinge to make it closer in proximity to Thomas's Roman, because it still sounds very dramatic. But I also can't do Thomas's voice. It's also why my patent sounds a little bit like Goofy. Oh, I'm so happy that you're here.
Oh, I didn't hear before, and now I hear
It's pitched up Goofy.
Yeah, I didn't hear before.
I give him a little bit of a country twang, and I start where I would do Goofy, and then I just keep going up until I'm right here, and then it's like a bouncy ball that's just bouncing around everywhere.
I can't unhear it anymore. I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, these are the fun facts about Prince Donovan as a SandersAsides content creator. Can you unhear Goofy? Anyway, we're moving on. Okay, so he
is the mayor.
Roman's so shady. It's because he's literally two-faced.
Two-faced.
I love him.
Change the sign.
I'm honestly surprised Janice was willing to put on makeup on his scale side of his face.
Actually.
Because, interestingly, Janice as a character actually hides more the side without scales than the side with scales whenever he's doing something. He usually presents the scaly side of his face more. So I'm surprised that he got Janice to do it. I know for the sake of the video, it needed to happen for him to look more like that, but I am surprised.
We'll stay right here, November.
Also, worth noting, Roman in his fantasy gave Janice the first line, which is very not a him thing to do. Mind you, Roman is weird when it comes to the way that he creates, because a lot of the sides seem to think that Roman's very, very selfish. But Roman has, every time that a song has been sung, he either waits his turn to sing his verse, or he shares it. Like in Incomplete, he starts the song. It could just be his song, but he passes it off to Patton and then waits several verses. He goes last in the song before he sings. Or like in 12 Days of Christmas, the only reason Virgil only has one line is because he knows that Virgil is shy.
I would not sing the rest of it.
So he gives him the last line. He gives him the smallest bit, and Virgil can't even do that for him. But he gives him the last little bit. But even still, he shares with the others, evenly distributing the lines. Or, like, it's just an interesting thing, especially considering the fact that how much the other sides always go, oh, you only care about yourself. The side to have a song almost entirely to himself is actually his brother and not Roman. And even when Roman, in like the latest like gift exchange video, like last year, latest in last year in the same sentence is wild. He gives Janice a really good gift based upon the fact that he's a snake, he's gonna get cold. Despite the fact that he doesn't like him at all. But he still makes an effort to get along with him. And the only reason that he almost doesn't give him the gift is because Janice is being a jerk. And if Janice wasn't a jerk, it's implied that he would have just been like, here you go. And would have just gave it to him. And the only reason he almost doesn't is because Janice is being mean.
Yeah.
So it's so, Roman is such an interesting character and we don't talk about it enough, which is why I need this season finale 3-parter, I think it is now, to be about this boy, because he is so multifaceted and we don't talk about it enough.
First in this old ass, Bed Bath and Beyond. Spirit Christmas, Spirit Christmas, Spirit Christmas, Santa Claus is...
Ooh, so we got Virgil as Sally.
First in this old ass,
Guess what I'm cosplaying? Oh, he looks so good. Also, I love vocal parts, and I love that Virgil, to match the Sally vibe, is going, ah. He's going higher and more falsetto-y to match the character of Sally. And Janice is keeping the lower part, which the mayor usually sings, in a lot of the songs. Also, Virgil has on the Spirit Halloween apron.
So does Janice, doesn't he?
Does he?
Yeah.
Are they all working there?
I think they're all...
Stay right here, November 1st.
See?
Yep. Okay.
Bed Bath and Beyond. Spirit Christmas, Spirit Christmas.
For a second, because of the reflection, I thought that they had different earrings and I was gonna scream because I'd love that. I might have to add that into my outfits. I mean, Virgil already has his own specific pair that I pick out for him, but I might have to look around more. Yes. I love the fact that Virgil's got a little bit of the high part, because whenever I do singing, for like Darkened Hearts, which is a series on TikTok and
Check
also
it out.
on
It's really good.
YouTube.
For all you Logan Kinneys, there's puzzles.
There are puzzles. There's so many puzzles. You can help me make puzzles for... Oh my gosh, this is so great. But I usually give Virgil a higher part because I headcanon that he can sing the higher parts. And usually duet that with him and Roman singing higher parts. So it's fun to see him sing a higher part. I love it. Yeah. The order of who's singing when is confusing the heck out of me. Janice and Virgil are duetting, which is weird. Logan is singing not at the end, which is also weird.
Also, he's singing in general.
Yeah. He doesn't like to do that. And also the way that Virgil's like... is interesting. I imagine this is all... I imagine they're not actually in the scenario and that they're just seeing Roman's imagination.
It'd be funny though.
But it's a little funny that Roman, in his own imagination, he's still not even the star. Like, he's gonna be Jack, but he's not like the big part. It's weird. It's weird. I hope this also means we get yearly Halloween videos, music videos. If any of you know my good mutual Roman Washibi, I believe in his AU, he has Logan as a mad scientist, one of the many wonderful AUs that he has. I believe he has Logan as a mad scientist.
If I remember that correctly, yes.
I believe that is his part, is the mad scientist. And I'm like, Roman, you called it. I love him. You should go follow him. He's great. Roman Washibi on TikTok and other places. He also makes chainmail jewelry, and it's really cool. Also, you got things.
I got things
that you sell.
I got things that I sell.
Yeah, you should go buy from him too. He's really good. He also has art commissions.
Times the merry Spirit Christmas, Spirit Christmas. I enjoy.
Oh my god!
He's the clown with the tarot face. I don't know what I expected him to be, but that was not it.
I don't know what scared me more, Patton or you jumping.
I'm sorry.
I'm a very jumpy boy.
He did a little jump scare. Oh, jump scare.
Spirit Christmas. I enjoy a nativity, but it could use a fog machine. That Jesus is free. All together, not expensive.
Yeah, you can really see with Patton how the green screen's like. But you know what, Thomas? That is so valid. Green screen, terrible. I had to find an app to do green screen better because I used to do all of my stuff in CapCut, but CapCut has terrible chroma key.
I remember you showing me.
Its chroma key is so bad. It's so bad. I don't know what Thomas actually uses to edit.
Probably something like a lot more professional.
But green screens are really hard to do. Fun fact, if you're not a professional, it is very, very hard to do. So honestly, applause. Also, like, you're doing way better than any of the TikTokers who are super famous for their point of views, and then like half of their body disappears in the middle when they're doing those. Have you seen them? They'll be like walking down the hall and it goes. No hate, cause girl, me too. Also, we're 1 minute and 56 seconds in, and this is a 4 minute and 57-second video.
We're almost half an hour into the video.
Yeah. This is gonna happen. I love SandersAsides, you guys.
Christmas time. Here comes the guy who thought of this.
Oh, there's
I can't believe this took us this long.
Ah! He looks so good. He looks so... I don't know what I expected. I could have looked at the thumbnail. But he looks so good. He's got the little bow tie. He's got his hair coiffed. I love when Thomas moves his hair differently or shapes it differently depending upon the side. And this one really has that a lot to differentiate them. And one thing that I always loved is Roman consistently, at least in season 2, usually has his hair like, he'll have like a strand or two this way. So it's like going swoopy. And I love when he does that. He doesn't do that super duper as consistently now, but it's back and it makes me so happy when it exists. Also, not Virgil going.
We'll keep this old pen cold all winter long. Folks will love our friend.
And of course he's Oogie Boogie because he's
Bug.
he's a bug. Roman doesn't like him.
Nice. Just grab a gremlin for yourself or dress up like a slutty elf. That does look good. I will agree. About time we made Christmas sexy. Just make sure the goods we use are easy enough to mass produce. No. A Rudolph suit. The name for it must be generic. Bright red nose deer. That'd be cute. That's Cold Man Snow Thing. That's green haired dick. Less specific. Keep it up.
Green haired dick. I would have preferred that line be Remus's, but what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
He gets to have. He gets. No
He gets a bad word as a treat.
I was gonna word that.
Yeah, that's why I stopped you.
I don't know if I'm allowed to curse in your videos.
Hello, children. Go away.
I am the
You're not
Joan
wanted
of
here.
your Thomas. Just cute.
I am the Joan of your Thomas.
I'll leave the video.
Not expensive. I just went to Spirit Halloween. It's like $50 for a Halloween costume. That is expensive. That is so expensive. They're not well made, but they are expensive.
cosplayer could do for that same price.
A cosplayer could, and a cosplayer would. Though, I assume less tears are involved in the Spirit Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
Less tears, less come to Jesus moments.
Roman, something very wrong is happening here. I know, Virgil. You're going to say that this isn't the true spirit of Christmas and that we're capitalizing on a holiday that should be about family and peace on earth. Oh, no. Other stores are already doing that, and this is just us participating in a competitive market. I was just going to say that someone threw up over by the Jack Frost inflatable jump scare lawn ornament. Ugh, no worries. I'll tell Janice to get them out. Spirit
Aww.
Christmas, Spirit Christmas, la la la. So if you do procrastinate your shopping needs, it's not too late. Just visit your old media play. We'll all ring you out. It's Christmas time! Is that it? This is a good idea. This is a really smart idea.
Aww. I love that for him. Also, not Roman and Virgil being the only ones to talk to each other. Like, canonically address each other. Everybody else is just kind of like, yeah. Though, it is interesting that Remus and Roman, like,
Agreed on something.
Apparently, they both really like Christmas. Hey, fanfic writers. There's something for you. If you're like, I need some wholesomeness, that's a new idea that both creative twins go real ham on Christmas. I assume Remus's is just a lot scarier and a lot hornier, but who knows now that Roman's going mean green dick. Also, I'm surprised that word wasn't beeped out, because Thomas usually beeps out words for SandersAsides for monetization.
I
so
feel like
now
he's realizing, hey, my audience is getting older.
Yeah, but I don't think it was for that. I think it was for monetization purposes. Because YouTube is mean with monetization.
That must have really been quite an adventure for those Spirit Halloween employees. Yeah. But you know it didn't at all go down like that. Probably not. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. What did you need help with, Thomas? Oh, I was just wondering if I should dress up as Spider-Man again this year. You know you're going to. Yeah, dude, you're already wearing the suit. So my character...
It's the fact that canonically now, Roman and Virgil were just like, hey, I see you. You're here. I know it's just for the bit and for the joke, but I do find it funny that they just are now circumventing even talking to Thomas, in the sense that both have good reason to somewhat have beef with character Thomas at the moment.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Or like to avoid talking to him. But I do think it's really funny that Thomas is like, hey, I could really use you guys' help. And they're just like, hey, I don't even know that you're here right now.
So Spirit Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm. And then go, what do you need? It's giving when you go to checkout and like a customer service worker is like, one moment. So then this girl was like, I'm not going. And I was like, well, you better go, Brenda, because it's your husband's funeral. And if you're not there, then you know that his baby mama's gonna be there. Excuse me. So then I was like, Brenda, you go and you show her up and then you push her into the casket. That's what I did with my last one. Okay, what did you need, sir? That's what it's giving. Thomas is the customer just waiting in line. Oh, I want to see if I can see my name.
Reindeer corpses, is that right? Seems outlandish, but it also makes you wonder.
Oh, I see what he means when he was talking about shadows. When you film with green screen, you have to strategically place like here, 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 to like get rid of more shadows. So I see what he means about the shadows.
Figured that out, yeah. A little bit weird. I've been getting too into character. Hello.
He looks so good with the coiffed hair.
Me actually attending the party. Look at these bugs. Look at the...
I think I'm here now because I dropped down a tier. Actually, I think I'm I don't think I'm in D. I think I'm in P, because I think I changed my name specifically to Prince Donovan. So that if somebody looked for me, they would find me.
Me actually attending the party. Look at these bugs.
If they ever opened up the Virgil tier again, I would buy it. That's one thing about me. One thing about me is I would buy it because I think if you do that one, you get a video from Thomas every year. Mm-hmm. Yep, there I am under Prince Ron, Prince Donovan.
There you go.
Let's rewatch these now that I'm not looking for myself.
Probably not. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. What did you need help with, Thomas? Oh, I was just wondering if I should dress up as Spider-Man again this year. You know you're going to. Yeah, dude, you're already wearing the suit. So my character reanimates reindeer corpses, is that right? Seems outlandish. But it also makes you wonder why we haven't been able to figure that out yet. A little bit weird. I've been getting too into character. Hello. There we are. Me being invited to a party. Me actually attending the party. Look at these
Real.
bugs. Look at the bugs on my head. Now this is scary. But look at that. I got a better blend than Donald Trump's tan line. Am I right or am I right? Oh, he's a terrible human being. Am I oogie boogie enough? Am I oogie boogieing it for you? I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Roman, you're right. We can live like Jack and Sally if we want.
Hello?
Thomas, I know you're gonna say it's not canon. And you know what I'm gonna say to that? I don't care.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you. This is my new canon. Roman, we can live as... You're right, we can live as Jack and Sally if we want. What do you mean? It's canon, folks. All right, that's the note we're ending on. It's canon. Goodbye.